doll is really real.
Barbie is one of the most emblematic dolls. However, this has not spared her from having very dark passages in her history, from her creation with little hope of success, to products that caused great harm to children and adults, to being accused of espionage on more than one occasion. In this video we will go through the most secret and disturbing passages of the famous Barbie doll for children. Level 1. We all know the famous Barbie doll. However, the history of its creation was not always the spectacular figure that is currently shown in each new release of the doll, although most might know that it was created by Ruth Handler, co-founder of the toy company Mattel, with the idea of creating an adult doll and with different play options launched in the 50s. It is a fact that few know, but Barbie doll and her male companion, Ken, were named after the children of Ruth Handler, the co-founder of Mattel and creator of Barbie. The full name declared by Barbie's own Ruth is Barbara Handler Siegel. Being this the eldest daughter of Ruth, on the other hand, Ken's full name is Kenneth Handler. The doll became so iconic that she is one of the few to have her own Pantone shade. It is one of the most recognizable pinks and, since 2011, has its own Pantone the Barbie or hashtag 219C, in hexadecimal hashtag DA1884. This Mexican pink was introduced 60 years ago for being soft, sweet, young, feminine and optimistic. The choice of pink for Barbie dates back to its creation in 1959, where it was decided that her doll should be an adult and attractive figure. As of the cut date, Barbie has starred in more than 40 animated films. These films span a wide variety of genres, themes, and adventures, and have been released directly to video format and television broadcasts. In addition to the major motion pictures, Barbie has also appeared in numerous related specials and short films. The final installment will be this July 20, 2023, which will be the long-awaited live-action starring Margot Robbie and directed by Greta Gerwig. In the inspiration for this doll, Barbara, the daughter of Ruth Handler, will make a cameo. The iconic Barbie becomes a hostess on Airbnb and will advertise her Dreamhouse mansion in Malibu for the first time on Airbnb at the end of October. This life-size dream house, located in the heart of Malibu, will be available to book through the Airbnb platform for groups of 4 guests for a one-time, 2-night stay starting October 23rd for as little as $60 a night to celebrate Barbie's 60th birthday. This exclusive home will give Barbie fans the opportunity to experience the hospitality, empowerment, and inclusivity characteristic of this iconic brand. The partners who made this dream possible for some said through Airbnb's website, Barbie purchased her first Dreamhouse mansion before women could legally open checking accounts of their own. As the modern entrepreneur that she is, Barbie is excited at the prospect of being able to welcome her home through Airbnb. She wants to share her story and continue to inspire her fans around the world. This iconic Dreamhouse mansion will showcase firsthand what motivates Barbie the most, from putting the spotlight on inspiring and diverse role models, to celebrating those careers that are underrepresented for women, to making sure all girls can be heard.
Barbie, you're beautiful. You make me feel my body.
The first Barbie commercial aired in 1959, the same year the Barbie doll was launched. The commercial was created to promote the new doll and to publicize its appearance and features. The commercial featured a young girl showing enthusiasm for her new Barbie doll and sharing some of the activities she could do with her. The ability to dress Barbie in different fashion outfits and accessories was highlighted, allowing girls to create different styles and play scenarios. The Barbie commercial aired on television and was a hit, generating a great deal of interest in the doll. It marked the beginning of Barbie's iconic marketing and promotional campaign, which has been a central element in the brand's continued success. Over the years, Barbie commercials have evolved to reflect cultural changes and new product lines. They have featured different themes, professions, and adventures to maintain Barbie's relevance and appeal among girls of different generations. The launch of a totally tattoo Barbie with a series of tattoos that could be applied to the doll, including a lower back tattoo, led to much more controversy as Mattel's promotional material read, "Customize fashions and fun and apply temporary tattoos yourself too," but Ed Mayo, executive director of Consumer Focus, pointed out that it could make girls want to get permanent tattoos. In 1963, Midge was released as a much friendlier version of Barbie with freckles, less makeup and a more everyday appearance. She is the girlfriend of Alan Sherwood, Ken's best friend. Midge and Alan would go on double dates with Barbie and Ken, although after the doll was discontinued, Midge stopped appearing as she used to. Everything changed in 2002, when Mattel introduced Barbie's Happy Family line that included Alan, Midge, and their two children, 3-year-old Ryan and newborn Nikki. Midge became the pregnant Barbie, and was sold with a baby inside her belly, both removable. And while executives thought it was a great concept and would be a sales success, the idea was rejected by consumers. According to some of the parents' arguments, Midge allegedly promoted teen pregnancy, and the idea of a little one playing with a Barbie with a baby inside her was unthinkable. To make matters worse, another complaint was that Midge was not wearing a wedding ring. Due to multiple complaints, some stores removed Midge from the shelves. It was only for a while, though, as she was sold again, but this time without being pregnant. The claim that Mattel men predicted Barbie would be a failure is a recurring story in Barbie history, but there is no concrete evidence or documented facts to back up this claim. Ruth did face some resistance and skepticism within the company about the doll's viability. Some Mattel executives initially showed doubts about the market potential of an adult-looking doll with different characteristics than the traditional dolls of the time. In 1999, Barbie's body mold was redesigned and has a wider waist. Mattel claimed that this way the doll would fit more with contemporary fashion designs. This would be released in 2000. Since this change, Mattel has modified the mold to adjust it to the new products they release annually. In 1985, Andy Warhol made a painting of Barbie in honor of the New York artist and designer Billy Boy, his muse at that time. The painting is a representation of the Barbie superstar on a blue background. A year later, Warhol painted a second painting, but now on a coral background, that are currently in the main offices of Mattel. Level 2. Inspired by the paper dolls of the 50s. It is believed that her creator was inspired by the fashion and culture of the time because Barbie was designed to reflect the fashion and culture of the 50s. Her appearance was influenced by the fashion style of the time, with her slender and stylish body, her blonde hair and her fashionable wardrobe. This fashion was very common in dolls with interchangeable paper accessories that would give free rein to the imagination of the creator to combine different outfits and meet what today is Barbie. The popular Barbie girl canonically is 19 years old and 64 years since its creation, resides in Willows, Wisconsin, United States. Currently has more than 200 professions, among which are photographer, veterinarian, soccer player, and chef, to scientist, doctor and florist, although some of the most curious are rapper, NASCAR driver, and naval petty officer. This is the Barbie doll that has reached the highest price at auction, which was $302,500. It was created in 2007 by jewelry designer Stefano Canturi to commemorate the launch of the Barbie Basics collection in Australia. It has a diamond necklace, with a rare 1-carat Australian Argyle pink diamond in the center. The necklace has 3 carats of white diamonds. It was auctioned in 2010, and the proceeds were donated to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. The Most Popular Girls in School, abbreviated MPGIS, is an American stop-motion animated comedy web series for adults that debuted on YouTube on May 1, 2012. Created by Mark Cope and Carlo Moss, the series animates Barbie, Ken, and other fashion dolls, usually with custom outfits and hairstyles, as various characters. MPGs follows the exploits of a fictional high school cheerleading squad from Overland Park, Kansas, and their friends, family, and enemies. Variety described the series as if girls meet South Park, alluding to the language and exaggeration of the insults, as well as several users describe it as a masterpiece where if you weren't having fun you would learn a new insult, since in the case of MPGIS they use every fuck, cunt, shit, dick, motherfucker, cocksucker, moosefucker, so well it's extremely funny.
What the fuck are you doing talking to Stephen Carmichael?
We have Algebra 2 together.
That's my fucking boyfriend, bitch.
Oh, really? That's not what Shavaunna said.
The breakup between Barbie and Ken was news all over the world. It happened on February 12, 2004. Their love ended after 43 years of relationship. On February 12, 2004, the toy company Mattel issued a statement informing about the problems that had arisen in the couple and that had led to the separation. It was all about a marketing strategy by the Mattel team which was outstanding because everyone talked about it for a while. All that scandal showed that there was a third person in the relationship was called Blaine, a blonde Suffolk who planned to displace the already so acclaimed Ken. While Barbie has never been alien to discussions, either because its extreme thinness induced anorexia, one of the strongest controversies that the doll has faced is the one that was unleashed when Mattel launched the talking Barbie called Teen Talk Barbie. This toy had as particularity a sweet voice with which she said a total of 200 different phrases, but each doll was programmed to say 4 phrases, so 2 of them could not be the same. Thus, the blonde surprised with sayings such as, "Will we ever have enough clothes? I love shopping," or, "Do you want to have a pizza party?" However, the big controversy erupted when one of the Barbies said, "Math class is hard." After this, the Association of University Women of the United States organized a strong repudiation against the toy, explaining that it was a bad model for girls, since it was silly, frivolous, and inept, to the point of being parodied by The Simpsons in the episode, Lisa vs. Stacy Malibu.
Stacy approaches the podium to deliver what will no doubt be a stirring and memorable address.
I wish they taught shopping in school.
Oh.
In 1997, Becky, Barbie's friend in a wheelchair, appeared. She was not a version of the famous doll, but a friend with her own character. But problems arose. Becky could not enter, with her wheelchair, in the house of Barbie's dreams, which seemed a bad joke for the girls who bought this toy, but it didn't happen. The doll was redesigned. The second version of Becky had shorter hair, new accessories were added, and she was given an innovative and contemporary-looking wheelchair in purple. The idea was to convey that despite someone having to live in a wheelchair, that doesn't mean that person has to be sad and have a life away from modernity. This 2019 Mattel again released a doll in a wheelchair, and this time in African American clothing as well. In December 2005, Dr. Agnes Nairn of the University of Bath in England published a study suggesting that girls often go through a stage where they hate their Barbie dolls and subject them to a range of punishments, including decapitation and placing the doll in the microwave. Dr. Naim said, "It's as if disowning Barbie is a rite of passage and a rejection of her past." Level 3. At first, Lili was a cartoon character, created by Reinhard Buthian for the German tabloid Bild Zeitung in Hamburg, Germany. In 1953, the Bild Zeitung decided to market the Lili doll and contacted Max Weisbrot of the Hauser toy company in Neustadt/Coburg, Germany. Following Buthian's drawings, Weisbrot designed the prototype doll that was released for sale from 1955 to 1964, when Mattel acquired the rights to the doll, so German productions had to stop. She is known as the predecessor of the most famous doll in the world, Barbie.
Hi, I'm Teen Talk Barbie, the spokesdoll for the BLO. That stands for the Barbie Liberation Organization.
In 1993, a group of activists calling themselves the Barbie Liberation Organization, BLO, engaged in a clandestine exchange of the sound mechanisms of Barbie dolls and G.I. Joe dolls. As a result, several buyers noticed that Barbie dolls exclaimed phrases like, "Vengeance is mine," while G.I. Joe dolls said things like, "Let's plan the wedding of our dreams." We were trying to warn about the way toys can convey negative messages to children, particularly by encouraging violent and sexist attitudes, a BLO spokesperson told the New York Times at the time. In March 2000, comments appeared in the media claiming that the tough vinyl used in Barbie dolls could leak toxic chemicals, causing danger to young girls playing with them. The claim was rejected as false by technical experts. A modern Barbie doll has a body made of ABS plastic, while the head is made of soft PVC. In 1999, Mattel joined forces with Nabisco to launch a cross-promotion of Barbie with the famous Oreo cookies. Oreo Fun Barbie was marketed as someone girls could play with after school and share, America's favorite cookie. As had become the custom, Mattel produced both a white version and a black version. Critics argued that in the African American community, Oreo is a derogatory term meaning that the person is black on the outside and white on the inside, like the chocolate chip cookie sandwich itself. The doll was not successful and Mattel recalled the unsold stock, so it is highly sought after by collectors. Mattel received several criticisms for the book, I Can Be Computer Engineer, for which it implies that Barbie is inept and incompetent at computers and needs the help of two men to finish restoring laptops after having a virus in her. Critics argued that the book was sexist and disparaged the female sex. Mattel later apologized for the mistake and withdrew the book from sale on Amazon in response to the criticism. It is true that, in some Middle Eastern countries, such as Saudi Arabia and Iran, there have been restrictions and bans related to the sale and display of Barbie dolls in the past. These restrictions were based on cultural, religious, and social grounds. In 2003, Saudi Arabia officially banned the sale of Barbie dolls in the country. Saudi authorities argued that Barbie dolls promoted an inappropriate and westernized image of women, which did not align with the country's cultural values and norms. It was also mentioned that Barbie's physical appearance was not considered appropriate according to conservative interpretations of Islam. As for Iran, a temporary ban on the sale of Barbie dolls was imposed in 1996. Iranian authorities expressed similar concerns to those in Saudi Arabia regarding the Western cultural influence and the image of women that Barbie represented. However, it is important to mention that in subsequent years the ban was lifted and Barbie dolls became available again in the Iranian market. It was a doll that caused great controversy when it was introduced in 1975. There were complaints from parents, who did not find it appropriate. The point is that the doll grows up when her left arm is rotated, her waist gets thinner and her chest grows. Level 4. In 1965 the Barbie line, Slumber Party, was launched on the market. The doll came with pajamas, a scale fixed at 50 kilos and a book to lose weight in which there was only one instruction: do not eat. Imagine you are a little girl and you understand absolutely nothing except that your toy says, don't eat, to stay at 50 kilograms. Maybe you think that's okay because that's what you've been taught since you were little. But what at first might seem like a bad joke in our times, if we think about the stigmas that we had and that this caused serious problems of anorexia and bulimia in young girls, the picture becomes very cloudy. The Hello Barbie doll is a special version of Barbie that features voice recognition technology and interactive responsiveness. It was launched by Mattel in collaboration with Toy Talk in 2015. Hello Barbie's main feature is its ability to carry on conversations with children. Using voice recognition technology and Wi-Fi connectivity, the Hello Barbie doll can listen and respond to children's questions and comments. The interaction is based on an artificial intelligence system that allows Barbie to generate personalized responses and have a more dynamic conversation. A great controversy by parents who accused the doll of being a new form of spying. All these accusations were based on the terms of privacy and security. The ability to record and store children's interactions raised concerns about data privacy and protection of personal information. As a result of these concerns, additional measures were implemented to ensure the privacy and security of users, and Mattel and Toy Talk worked collaboratively with privacy and technology experts to address the concerns raised. The Hello Barbie doll represents a step toward more sophisticated and personalized interaction with dolls, leveraging technology and artificial intelligence to provide a more immersive and conversational play experience. In June 2011, the environmental organization Greenpeace announced that the company Mattel, manufacturer of Barbie, used cardboard in the doll's packaging supplied by the company Asia Pulp and Paper, accused of being responsible for the deforestation of the Indonesian rainforests. It is nothing new that toys have a recommended age of use to avoid these risks that in children who often play with toys with small parts. Is surprising to know that about 500 children die annually by suffocation. Barbie in several sets too included very small parts in which plastic accessories are included for the famous doll. The doll, Barbie Video Girl, which went on sale in early 2010 in some countries, wears tight pants, a necklace, and a bright vest. The main attraction of this Barbie is that she can record up to 30 minutes of footage through a digital camera located on her chest. The images can be viewed on the doll itself or downloaded to a computer via a USB cable. For its part, Mattel said its products were designed with children and their best interests in mind. Many of Mattel's employees are also parents, and we understand the importance of children's safety. It is our #1 priority, the Mattel statement added. It was pulled from the market after an internal FBI document cataloged it as dangerous, warned that the Barbie doll, equipped with a small video camera inserted in its chest, could be used by pedophiles to record child pornography. The 1991 Rollerblade Barbie was a themed Barbie doll released by Mattel in 1991. This version of Barbie was inspired by inline skating, a popular sports and recreational activity in the 1990s. However, it was taken off the market after it was discovered that the label with sparks coming out of the box was real and caused several fires in all those houses of the girls who played with their dolls. The problem is that the skates had a lighter system similar to a lighter. It is estimated that it caused around 40 fires, which did not result in losses on a larger scale. Sky Dancer, a flying doll or fairy, was withdrawn from the market in 2000 because it was considered dangerous due to the fact that it was launched in unpredictable directions. This doll was marketed in the 1990s, specifically between 1994 and 2000, making it an old, vintage, or discontinued toy. There were 170 reports that the doll had struck children and adults with reported head injuries, eye injuries, scratched corneas, incidents of temporary blindness, a broken rib, and even facial lacerations requiring stitches. Level 5. This is an Instagram account in which very strange photos are uploaded where a Barbie doll is observed posing in various locations. Although the Barbie doll has its head and feet, For some people it is very strange and can even make them nauseous. Some publications. It is a project of Mariel Clayton where she uses a combination of stereotypes, sinister themes such as cannibalism and decapitation. She shares it through various social networks. In the photos you can see from a Barbie doll decapitating Ken to a Barbie in a nest of chicks bordering on the surreal and to some extent uncomfortable. Paul Bernardo and Carla Homolka, known by the press as Barbie and Ken killers due to their kinship with the Mattel characters, were a duo that raped, beat, insulted and dismembered while recording their crimes so as not to forget the moment. They were a couple from Toronto, Canada, in which Paul enjoyed torture and his wife had no problem with it, even going so far as to give him her own 14-year-old sister Tammy Homolka, who would pass away with a false diagnosis of death by alcohol intake after the atrocities in which her own sister participated would be discovered. They were accused of raping and killing more than 30 young women between the ages of 14 and 21. Carla received a 12-year sentence in exchange for her cooperation, and Paul received a life sentence.